A cooked chicken brought back to life in front of everyone by a mysterious saint. Watch till the end. What you'll hear will leave you speechless. According to the narration, an old, pious woman gave her only son to His Holiness Abdul Qadir Jilani to be raised on the path of knowledge. Months passed, and she came to the Shaykh's lodge to see her son. But the sight before her broke her heart. Her son was weak, his body thin, his face pale. Moreover, she learned he was being fed only with dry barley bread. Unable to accept this, the mother went to the great saint with sadness in her heart. Just then, the Shaykh was sitting at the table, and in front of him was a large fried chicken. When the woman saw this, she said in astonishment, "O Master, my son is almost starving to death, and you are eating chicken." Hazrat Abdul Qadir Jilani raised his head with great calmness. Touching the bones of the chicken on the table, he said, "Kum bi iznillah," that is, get up, by the permission of Allah. At that moment, in front of everyone's eyes, the bones of the cooked chicken came together, came to life, and rose from the plate. The woman was stunned by what she saw. The friend of Allah turned to her and said, "When your son reaches this level, he too will eat chicken." Now, let us come to the real issue. How can a saint resurrect a dead chicken? Is this a dream, a myth, or does it point to a divine secret? Stay tuned, because the truth behind this parable will make your heart tremble. Abdul Qadir Jilani is one of the greatest spiritual guides, not only in the Islamic world, but in all of human history. He is a friend of the truth, who reached the summit of knowledge, experienced the highest level of heart discipline, waged jihad with his nafs, and surrendered to his Lord. The Messenger of Allah said about people like him, "There are such servants of Allah on the earth, who guide those who turn to them to Allah." Karama is a divine gift given to these exalted servants. In the Holy Quran, events such as the unseasonable fruits in front of Maryam, the awakening of Ashab al-Kahf after years of sleep, and Solomon's control over the jinn and the wind show us that Allah can bestow extraordinary gifts upon whomever He wills. As in this parable, the revival of a cooked chicken is, of course, an event that transcends the laws of reason and physics. However, what is emphasized here is the high rank of Abdul Qadir Jilani in the sight of Allah. He did not reach this station overnight. In his youth, he left his family and studied under hardship. He went hungry and thirsty, but he remained patient. It is said that at one point, when he had nothing to eat, he survived for 25 days by reading only the Quran to discipline his soul. This patience, this submission, this tawakkul, these are the qualities that distinguish the beloved servants of Allah from ordinary people. Hazrat Jilani's miracle was not only to resurrect a chicken. His real miracle is that he revived the hearts of thousands of people. People who attended his gatherings, burned not only with knowledge, but also with love. They believed not only with their minds, but also with their hearts. The state of the woman's son is like a mirror for us. How difficult it is to live solely for the sake of Allah without giving in to the desires of the NAFs. And yet, what a noble and lofty path that is. Living on dry barley bread is not just physical hardship. It is a symbol of patience, surrender, and trust in Allah. Like many other saints, Abdul Qadir Jilani was one of those exalted servants whom Allah calls awliya, the friends of Allah. Indeed, the Quran states, "Behold, verily, no fear shall be upon the friends of Allah, nor shall they grieve." The common trait of these friends of Allah is that they desire the hereafter, not the world. They are attached to the unseen, not to what is visible. Their hearts are not drawn to food or wealth, but to divine intimacy, and Allah rewards them with miracles, inspiration, and mercy. Another great saint, Bayezid al-Bistami, struggled with his naivete for years. He once said, "I spent 30 years trying to discipline my ego, and in the end I realized the struggle against the nafs is the work of a lifetime." Earning a bite of food in a halal way, speaking sincerely for Allah's sake, taking even one honest step toward the truth, that is the greatest miracle. This is what we should take from this parable today. The real goal is not to chase miracles. It is to build a heart worthy of miracles. If Allah wills, He can bring about the most astounding miracle through an ordinary person. But what truly matters is possessing the character, the patience, and the devotion to carry it with dignity. This is why His Holiness Abdul Qadir Jilani gave such a profound message when he said, if he reaches this level, he too will eat chicken. Because we must not only focus on the outward, but also on the inward, not just what is seen, but what is hidden. What about us? How much patience do we show in our daily lives? How much time do we invest in knowledge, in good character, in self-discipline? How much do we let go of our ego to surrender to Allah? The answer to those questions determines whether or not we will witness our own miracles. We may never bring a chicken back to life, but we might revive a broken heart with a sincere prayer. We may not starve on the path of learning, but we can nourish the heart of a young seeker. We may never resurrect bones, but if we live by just one verse of the Quran, we might help awaken many souls. And let us not forget, the real miracle is to walk the path of servanthood to Allah with patience, dedication, and sincerity. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and help it reach more people. Each like you give helps spread these timeless spiritual treasures to a wider audience who may need them just as much as you did. Leave a spiritual mark by writing Subhanallah in the comments. Your words could be the reason someone else feels hope again. A single sentence may unlock a hardened heart. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. This way, you won't miss the next powerful parable or reminder that might change your day or your life. Remember, the one who shares a good deed earns the same reward as the one who performs it. Be a link in this beautiful chain. Share goodness and become a part of something eternal.